I'll share with you a cautionary tale of why we need to be very careful, especially with our emotions and feelings. Okay. I've shared this incident before, long time. I'll share it with you again, and it's one of the most embarrassing incidents that I'm very ashamed of, very, very ashamed of. And this is a very serious one, where just a split second anger would have literally maybe killed my wife and the baby. I'll tell you what happened. It was just, we just got married. It was our first year, so we're still getting to know each other. I still had a very hot head. And, after we got married, obviously the first thing that I wanted to do was have a baby. So she was pregnant and I was to allow her to take rest and just watch movies and on her phone and eat food and relax. But time to time I would tell her to do some work here and there. So now, problem is with human beings, we all tend to get lazy now. So what my wife started to do was, if I would tell her something, she would say yes, but she would not do it. And slowly, it became a habit. And then I started telling wife, see, listen, I'm telling you something, at least do it, no? Like for example, if something was fallen down on the ground, pick it up, like you can see it, pick it up. She would say yes, and then I would still see it on the ground. If the dishes were not washed, if I tell her, she would say yes, but not do it. So things started building up. And for me, the problem is I don't react immediately, but it builds up. So this continued for quite some time. Then one fine day, we were supposed to go to, I don't know, we're supposed to go out somewhere. Can't recollect where exactly. And I told my wife, take out something from the scooter, just take it out and keep it, or something like that. So my wife said yes. And once again, she didn't do anything about it. She was chatting on the phone, on video and all that. And I was slightly in a hurry because I wanted to finish the work. I had a client appointment and I wanted to go and come back fast. So I had many things up my head. And if I faintly remember, I think there was a problem with one of the client's payments. So that was also stressing me out. So all this said, finally, I told, let's go. You know, women are, when you tell them, let's go, they take their time. Finally, I went down. When I went down near the scooter, I found that what I'd asked her to do, to take out a couple of things from the seat of the scooter so we could have place for keeping other things, she had not done. And when she came down, I asked her, didn't I just tell you to remove all this? And she said yes. And she was, maybe she was in a happy, laughing kind of a mood. And she just laughed. I lost my cool that time because I was serious. I was in a state of hurry. I wanted to complete work. And here she is taking things lightly. I just lost it. And I started screaming at her, shouting at her. It was pretty bad. Thankfully, those days there were no neighbors and all that. And then, I have this Forza, which is I think 350cc bike, a scooter. So I don't know what happened to me. I got so angry. I said, get on the bike and let's go. And I just imagine she's with a baby in the stomach. Okay, she is having, I don't know, 6th month or 7th month or whatever. And I was pissed off and I started driving. I just went off very fast. And I can tell you the speed at which I was driving, like from here to there, maybe I would just zoom. Maybe at a speed that if I would brake, maybe the bike would slide and we would ram into someone. If someone just crossed the road, maybe we would hit into him. There's no way of controlling the bike. That fast I was driving, and that also from inside this area. And when I was driving, she was like, slow. So I said, I don't give a, this is me talking to I don't give a fuck whether it's an accident or whether I die, she dies, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That was a thought in my head. And we went on until, there is a T junction. Thankfully, there was no one crossing, no cows, no dogs, no nothing. When we came to the T junction, I hit the brakes pretty hard. It has an anti-brake system, so it doesn't slip. From going fast, revving up the bike to putting the brakes, it was so abrupt and so risky that my wife, she was sitting at the back, she nearly fell down. I'm not joking. She, with the baby inside the stomach, she fell down. Thankfully, my legs were on the ground, and I grabbed her, just got this part, grabbed her and pulled her up, and thankfully she didn't fall. Okay. Suddenly I snapped out of it. And then as I was driving, I was like, what the fuck am I doing, man? Like, seriously, what the fuck am I doing? Here is a woman and there's a life inside her. Just for my temper, am I willing to risk her life for her to die? Do I seriously want something to happen to the baby or her? And what if something did happen? So then I was slow, I was driving. And then I just stopped at the Honda service center just to check the brakes and everything. And when I got out, my wife was sobbing. Obviously, she was crying and sobbing because of my anger. And I not only apologized to her, my tears welled up in my eyes, and I was feeling so shit, man. I was feeling so bad. Then from there, I kept apologizing. I took her to Amazon, bought her, a juice from there. And we canceled the appointment, whatever we had, and came back home. And I was feeling so horrible. I think most of us men, I don't know about women, I guess women also do, that thing they call road rage, or lightning temper that suddenly explodes. I've had this 2 or 3 times in my life. Same while driving, once with my first girlfriend, once on my birthday. Seriously, this is not a joke. That time girlfriend bought me a Nokia communicator, and I lost my temper so badly. I smashed the Nokia communicator, brand new. Smashed it, completely smashed it. And I felt so bad about it after this. I thought I could repair it, but I bought a new one and let her feel that it was the same old one. She was heartbroken. After marriage, I think I've not had a violent episode like that ever again. Never. The only time I did lose my cool was when my baby tried to put the fingers in the electrical socket. I exploded, and just, I think 2-3 days ago, I was on the treadmill. My baby tried to put a finger in that revolving thing, So, and I kept telling my baby, don't. And my baby is such, even if you tell her no 100 times, sometimes she gets a thrill of knowing that she can do it. So that's where I just screamed and took the stick, but I didn't do anything. And obviously, baby was crying, and the wife came and explained to her in Thai. And then obviously I apologized to my wife and baby that Sometimes you have 110 things on your mind here. See, what I'm trying to share with you in this video is we are not perfect as human beings, okay? None of us are. We'll always have moments where we lose our cool. But I think what we need to do is be aware of it and do our best to maintain control. Some people say meditation, some people say fasting, some people say, we need to be careful of the vices. Like some people say like smoking, drinking, drugs kind of pushes the person towards doing that, which is true because it influences you, your thinking, your inhibitions. But end of the day, remember that one careless moment of losing control can cost you a lot. And over the years, I've met people who were maybe not so fortunate, where they ended up, because of their road rage, ended up losing their one leg. I met one guy, Australian guy, because of his road rage and going with the bike, ended up with the accident, lost his leg. The others, they had an accident with the family in the car, and the child was injured, thankfully not permanent. So yeah, and then there are others who lost their jobs. In my case, age of 36, I lost everything because I used my temper and ego to fight with the owner who was more powerful. So you have to be very careful. So if I could give you one worthwhile message, it is try to be aware of this. Do your best to learn to control and tame it. And just hope, and if you believe in praying and whatever, meditation or anyway, just hope that in your moment of rage or when you lose control, you don't do something that you'll regret for the rest of your life. Because sometimes something can happen that it's irreversible, and that's the last thing you would ever want in your life. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you, just let me know your thoughts. Have you ever lost your control and done something that you really regret? We see sometimes people smash their computers, keyboards, and gaming device and car, and we see road rage videos online. Yeah. Especially imagine if someone has weapons, like in US, they have weapons and all that, and they go berserk, especially outside McDonald's and fast food joints and restaurants, where they do the most horrific stuff, even at times defecating, man, in anger. Sheesh. And then once you get jailed, finished. Once you've done it, you can't undo it. Like especially if you fight with someone or hit someone and there's permanent damage, your life is over, no? Yeah. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Alright? See, they're digging. So finally, this land is also going to be used. Alright. You guys take care. Ciao.